welcome everybody. Tonight is another amazing roundtable, and tonight's discussion is a little different. We are talking about redefining beauty in the workplace and in society as a whole. And tonight I have an amazing panelist with us, so let's just hop in and make some introductions. So we have Dr. Anika. She is the founder of Opulent Lash and an eye doctor. Hi, Dr. Anika.
Hi, Melody. Thanks so much for having me.
I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so glad that you're here. We also have Ashley with Jelani and Girls on. Hey, Ashley, can you see me?
Yes, I can. Thank you for having me.
Welcome. And Demi Howell, founder of Demiure Cosmetics.
Yes,
Out of
thank
Huntsville,
you.
Alabama.
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here. And we've got Electra Davis, Mystique, founder of Mystique Naturals, a temporary hair color. Welcome, Electra. How are you?
Hi, thank you for having me.
I'm glad you're here, honey. And Melissa Hibbert, the founder of the Glam agency, a celebrity makeup artist. Welcome, Melissa.
Hi, thank you for having me.
I'm so excited to have you here. And Alexandria, hey, Alexandria, how are you?
Hey, beautiful. Good to
I'm
be
glad-
here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm so glad you're here. So you are founder of YesSheLeads.
Yes, ma'am. That's me.
All right. So guys, we're going to just hop right in. We have a delicious conversation tonight. We're exploring the topics of how we wear our hair, our makeup, and our clothes, and how we show up as Black women in the workplace, in our environments, all sorts of great things. I would love to start with you, Dr. Anika. So you're an eye doctor. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Dr. Anika Goodwin. I am a board certified ophthalmologist or eye surgeon. I am also founder of the luxury beauty brand Opulence MD Beauty. I spent over 15 years in practice as an eye surgeon. I've done over 10,000 surgical cases. I have gone from the lowest on the totem pole as a medical student to the highest on the totem pole as an attending. And my experience has varied from one place to another as far as my ability to feel like I could be my authentic self, both for the people who supervise me in leadership and for patients as well.
Yeah, and I can't wait to jump into that a little bit further. So, and then Demi, so tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I am Demi Howell, CEO and creator of Demiure Cosmetics. I actually started out in the beauty industry as a hairstylist, and I have been in the industry for 21 years. And so I think what I have experienced is just more so being too much or being too extra. And that's just been kind of like in the workplace and in my environment. But on the flip side, I've had clients who I've serviced who may have wanted a certain hair look, whether it been color or hairstyle. And they're like, well, I want it, but I can't get it because I have to go to work. And so just going and experiencing that through them, like I feel their pain. But on the flip side of me being my own boss, you know, I feel it as well. So it's definitely a conversation that needs to be had.
Very much so, and I can't wait to hear more about both of those areas. And so, Melissa, let's talk about you. You are a celebrity makeup artist.
I am.
Very well known. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Melissa Hibbert. I am the founder of the Glam agency. I live in Los Angeles, California. I'm a former corporate marketing executive. I spent 14 years in corporate marketing working for some of the biggest organizations, you know, in the world. So I've had a seat at both tables, you know, at the boardroom and now in the beauty industry. So I've seen how image and personal image has shaped both industries. And so now I'm on the other side of it where, you know, my role is to help to amplify beauty of my clients and, you know, and those in the industry. My agency particularly manage and helps to provide opportunities for others, hair, makeup, wardrobe, to make a living doing what they love. So I help to staff, put them in environments so they can work in, you know, as beauty professionals, whether it be film, television, events, and so on and so forth. So, you know, for me, this conversation is ongoing. It's ever evolving, but I'm on the other side of things where I feel like, you know, it's definitely important for us to show up in our full glory, and it's everyone else's problem if they can't handle it.
Oh, and you showed up tonight in your full glory. You look gorgeous.
Thank you.
Love your hair. It's beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So, Electra, let's hop over to you. So, You're always so fun and colorful, and owning a temporary hair color company, right? Talk to us about your experience in the marketplace and how you got started.
Well, I mean, I got started really on myself. I wanted to be able to express myself from well, the inside out. I have noticed in the workplace, the side eyes and things like that, but I did want to create something for other people that aren't as I would say bold as I am to wear the color anyways. It's temporary. So if after work you wanted to have blue hair, purple hair, green hair, you can wear it at night, go to whatever function you want to go to, and then in the morning you're ready and back to the status quo of your traditional brown hair or whatever the accepted color was. So I love the versatility, and you do that without the commitment and without the damage. So and then just creating those colors that still allow you to express yourself, like your auburns or your maroons that you can wear at work, and still not damage your hair, if that is your pain point. So yeah.
All right, well, we're going to dive a little bit more into your experience with that as well. Miss Ashley, and your beautiful head wrap. So Ashley, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about what you do?
Sure. So I'm Ashley and Company. I'm the CEO of Jelani Women Travel, where we help empowered professional Black women reimagine their greatness through cultural enrichment and travel in 11 countries in Africa. And I'm also the founder of our charitable arm, Jelani Girls, for Black teenage girls, both in the United States and South Africa, to have a culturally enriched leadership experience with one another, trying to close the gap and the divide in the diaspora. And most recently, I'm now an author of a #1 Amazon bestseller, Travelish. It's a coloring book that talks about travel. So, or that illustrates bold, beautiful Black women all over the world. I've traveled to 100 countries, and you can see many of them depicted in the coloring book, as well as in head wraps and different things that kind of outwardly expresses ourselves and our beauty. And so I think it's really a great thing that we're having this conversation, because a lot of times we kind of get diminished about like who we are. And so my call to action is to remind us of who we are, and really just to strengthen the connection of our whole self, which includes being descendants from Africa. And so really just trying to physically show you that place and physically show you the manifestation of a crown through head wraps and things like that.
I love it. Your head wrap is beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful. So Alexandria of Miss YesSheLeads.
Yes, ma'am.
So you're an author and a coach as well.
Yes, I am an author, speaker, and coach around women, leadership, culture, and faith. And this topic is really important to me because at my core, I'm an educator, and my academic background is in African and African American studies and looking at cultural impact, specifically in arts and representation for Black people across the world. And so this topic is really powerful because there's so many spaces and places in our history and in our culture where we want to shine bright, and we want to really embrace who we are and bring elements of our our traditions and culture into life, and we don't feel like we have that safe space at work. And so I really am here for the women who are like, I am me unapologetically everywhere I go, every room I enter. That's me. Yes, she leads, right?
Yes, I love that. And so let's hop into this conversation. So the way that I even was thinking about this topic was I was talking to my partner, and I was saying, my daughter has these beautiful braids in her hair. And I said, I want to get a protective style for the summer. And he said, well, you have a summit coming up and you have to do videos. Do you think that's appropriate? And he's like, don't you remember when you told me last year that wearing braids in videos isn't appropriate? And I was like, yeah. And yeah, that's not right. I was like, why did I even say that? That's terrible that I even had that thought. And so then I had to go back into my mind, right? So it's 2003. I'm working on the Hill as a legislation assistant. We're pulled aside. The entire CBC is pulled aside as young interns and told, do not come to work without your hair straight. And even though I went to Howard, that stuck with me my entire career. So all my headshots are straight hair. Every time I travel, my hair is straight. And it wasn't until quarantine that I started wearing this. And then it wasn't until the Black Lives Matters that I was like, I'm going to rock this every single day, you know, and I'm self-employed. So I just thought, okay, if I'm having these conversations, there's a lot of people having the same experience. A lot of us. Yeah. So Dr. Anika, we were talking offline. Tell us a little bit about your experience as a physician wearing your hair naturally or curly or any styles.
Well, as a medical student, being the lowest person on the totem pole, you didn't want to push the envelope at all. It was really the unspoken rule that you had to conform, that you needed to be seen but not heard, sort of thing. If you're from the South, you know about that with children. But we didn't want to in any way be flashy or stand out, because we did not want to draw any negative attention to ourselves from our higher ups. As you go through your medical training, you get to a point where your grades are no longer just numbered grades. They become a lot more subjective. And so it becomes whether or not this person vibes with you, accepts you, and passes a judgment upon you that is one that's fair. And you can't always depend on people to do that. So as a medical student, I found myself just trying to blend very simple hairstyles, a lot of just buns, ponytails, that sort of thing. No strange color. When someone said, when Demi said that women come in and say, no, I can't wear that to work, that really struck me, because I recall saying that many times. I can't wear this on my rotation. I can't go into the hospital this way. And it really had an impact on me, because I think if I could go back and feel the confidence that I feel now, it would be totally different. But fast forward to internship, residency, where you're still in that position of having someone over you, someone judging you, someone basically with your future in their hands, because they could give you a poor rotation grade, or they could even pull you from your residency, that we just didn't really have a choice. And it's unspoken. You just know that that's the way you're supposed to behave, and you fall in line and do it.
Yes. Yes. That is so crazy. And I'm wondering now though, like, so going back, right, my incident was in 2003. You know, have you seen a change as you've gotten more experience in your practice at all?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. What I'm seeing now, because I graduated from medical school in 2001, so around that same time, Melody, what I'm seeing now, at least we're talking about it more. It's no more an unspoken thing. So I see some of the residents and some of the physician groups that I'm in coming on and saying, is it appropriate for me to wear my locks on my headshot? Is it appropriate for me to wear my braids on my headshot, my sister locks? And so at least now, they're thinking of it. They're thinking to push the envelope, and I appreciate that. And we are encouraging them to do that and standing behind them and saying, yes, present your authentic self. Don't cut your dreads off. Don't cut your sister locks off. Don't change your hair. Don't relax your hair just for that purpose. Do it if you want to, if that makes you feel good. But if not, then present your authentic self, but be thorough at it as far as the medicine is concerned.